All right, let me turn this car off. So I just did something very interesting, and I want to share this with you guys in case it works out for y'all as well. I just listened to an audio clip that I recorded back. Why does she have sandals on? It's cold as fuck outside. Excuse me, sorry about that. I got distracted. Last Friday, I recorded an audio message, and it was just me talking about what the future would look like for me. Me talking about where I would be at, what my worries would be, what my problems would be, what problems would be solved. And it was powerful. I've been listening to it. I was literally listening to it on this car drive pretty much all morning. I was listening to it in my bedroom while I was getting ready to go out. And I like to call it self-hypnosis, because in a way, you're literally just listening to yourself talk about the future over and over and over and over again. And it got to a point where I literally like saw it in real time. I saw the vision, I saw what I was saying in real time, and I got this from a success course in Adonis school from Hamza, where he was talking about there's so many beliefs that we have in our minds that have basically been programmed into us by school, by our peers, by our teachers, that like it's literally been programmed into us. And that one way to fight it, or I think the best way to fight it, is to intentionally and manually program yourself. Like, tell yourself these new beliefs, manually tell yourself and repeat to yourself these new beliefs that you want to have and that you need to have in order to achieve the goals that you desire. Because truth be told, if you want to achieve something great, you got to believe in yourself. This isn't like an underdog story where you may not believe in yourself, but the world does, and eventually you'll win anyway. No, you really, really need to believe in yourself. I used to think that for some reason. I don't know if I got it from wrestling or from wherever, but I was under this illusion that, okay, I don't believe in myself, but other people will. The reality is that's not really the case. That doesn't really happen. You have to be the one to instill that belief and truly carry that belief with all your heart and have pure conviction in yourself. And in that course, he mentions, I'm not going to go super in depth because it was a paid course and whatnot. Just manually instilling that belief into yourself, manually telling yourself, like, I can do this, right? I can do this, and not in like a corny way, not where you're like, I am successful, I am this, that. No, like, I don't think you got to go to that extent to where you're just lying to yourself, but just repeating to yourself where you'll be at in the future. What are you doing in order to get there, and what beliefs you need to have in order to achieve that? All right, don't go telling yourself I'm a millionaire and you only have $200 in the bank. Like, there's like a fine line with that. There's a fine line with what you're saying and what you're telling yourself. But the key takeaway from this video is you got to understand that you've been programmed, whether you realize it or not. All right. I think it like everyone, for example, if you're shy, there may be a chance that you were just naturally born shy, but it could be that you had some traumatic experiences when you were a child that made you more prone to being shy, that made you more comfortable being shy, more comfortable being quiet. Maybe you were bullied. Maybe, I hate saying this, I hate like putting this out there, but maybe your parents didn't love you like they should have. Maybe your parents were distant. So whether or not you realize it, well, my point is, I'm not here to talk about your childhood trauma, but you've been programmed. All right, you've been programmed, and in order to achieve the success that you truly desire, you have to manually program yourself in order to achieve that. All right, you have to manually like repeat the code to yourself, as crazy as it may sound, because guess what, bro? Nobody else is gonna do it for you. Nobody else is gonna wake up and say, yeah, Andres, you got this. Yeah, Josh, you got this. Yeah, Brian, you got this. Nobody else is gonna do that. You have to do it. And you don't gotta put your pom-poms on. You don't gotta put on a skirt and be a cheerleader, but just give yourself the belief. Give yourself the belief. obviously through the affirmations, and you obviously are gonna have to take action as well. But too many people neglect the affirmations part. Too many people neglect that part where you're just manually telling yourself, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. This is nothing. I got this. I'm built for this. You're built for this too. So remind yourself.